Hello and welcome to my Death Wish series review. And I thought before the remake of Ada Roth hits the cinema, I review every one with Charles Bronson. So every 5. Expect the Death Wish week. Yeah! So Death Wish from the year 1974 with Charles Bronson. He's an architect, very successful one, has a happy life, happy family, but in a fateful night, 3 punks visit his home. One of them, played by Jeff Goldblum, is very creepy in that movie. Young Jeff Goldblum, when he starts to smile with his Joker smile. He will be a perfect Joker if you meet that Birdman and the Joker. But okay, enough. Every time Batman. So the 3 punks visit their home from Bronson's wife, and they beat the shit out of his wife and rape her daughter, but the daughter survives, but the mother dies. So now Charles Bronson's job is end the grief and go out, seek out the 3 punks who did that and show them some justice. So in that case, Charles Bronson takes justice by his hand, or in that case by the gun, and becomes a vigilante. Bronson thinks, okay, let the police do the work, because I'm just a simply architect who doesn't know about finding criminals or that kind of thing. So he goes to Arizona to complete another job, and because this job was so successful and the client was so grateful to him, he gives him what? Yes, a revolver. That was something that was in common in the 70s. You know, if you were grateful to one, you gave him a gun. So that was that's why the 70s was so cool. Because of all the events, he's a little traumatized and thinks I'm not protected, or how can I protect myself if something happens to me? He just takes a sock, takes coins from the bank and fills it with socks and has it as a weapon. Easy. And curiously, on exactly the same night where he has the sock, a mugger comes, mugs him, and he hits him with the sock. And because he was so thrilled with all the adrenaline he has with the sock swiping, he thought, okay, next time maybe I take the gun to be better defenseful. So on the other night, when he goes out again, I don't know, buying beer, he has with him the gun, this time the revolver, but then he will be mugged again by a mugger who has also a gun. So he's armed, both are armed, but Charles Bronson is faster, quicker to draw, and he kills the guy. Then he goes back to his apartment and throws up, just like every normal human being will do that. Not just like Arnie, who kills in his own whole platoon. No, he's a normal, average guy, just like you and me, and because of the adrenaline and all this, what the fuck, I just killed a man, a person, a real life person. How can I handle it? Well, everything comes out into the gutter. That night, Paul Kersey was born. The legend, the vigilante, where he now takes the law into his own hands. Yeah. So on the other night, when typically Paul Kersey goes on a walk in the deepest and darkest of night in New York, in the 70s, in New York, where crime is everywhere, he just walks, I'm Paul Kersey. I have a gun, what can happen to me? And he sees 3 muggers. Yes, 3 and this time we raise the stakes. 3 with knives just threatens old man and says, "Hey, give me money, give us some money, you motherfucker." But Paul Kersey sees them. He approaches them. One of the muggers sees Paul Kersey, says, "Hey, this old man saw us. Kill him. Oh, what you want, old man?" Paul Kersey this time doesn't hesitate. He draws, bam, 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 and in good Clint Eastwood mania, he shoots everyone, bam, 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 every 3. And just walks away in Bronson style. These 3 idiots
brings a knife to a gunfight.
Well, I guess they have learned a lesson in the morgue. So after these nights where Paul Kersey just killed the half of citizens in New York, pile of bodies just staked up. The police takes notice of that, and now also the media takes notice of that. And in the media, so in television, in the front pages of the news, says a vigilante roams through New York and takes the muggers, or just takes justice at his own hand. And the police doesn't like that because, hey, we're here. We're the police. We take the criminals out. We don't kill them. So also they're seeking out for Paul Kersey. So we have now Paul Kersey's on his way to find those killers who destroyed his normal life. Now also the police are after Paul Kersey, or the vigilante guy, to find who is this guy. And so yeah, others are happy because they say, oh, criminality has lowered now and these muggers or these punks is killing at each other. So the streets getting easily now saved, yeah. Death Wish 1 was directed by Michael Winner, who also directed the 2 next Death Wishes. I like the movie very much because it was made in the 70s, and most of the time the 70s was more intense and more raw, and as we know, a picture says more than 1,000 words. The action scenes, the violence scenes, the rape scenes are very, very, very strong and not for everyone. And I like that in the 70s movies because there was no borders, there were no lines, and we show you everything. The raping is hard, the violence is hard, and most of the times in the 70s movies we have small or little scenes with violence, but then it happens, it's intense. Just like not in the 80s where every 5 minutes we have action. And yeah, it's a very gritty, very dark, very suspenseful revenge movie with Charles Bronson. And if you love Charles Bronson, you haven't already seen it, because Charles Bronson is one of the action legends. That was my review to Death Wish 1. And next time, oh bloody hell, yeah, we go to the 80s where 3 Death Wishes was made, and this will be a fun. So thank you all for the first review, and I'll see you tomorrow by Death Wish 2.